you know, shot him, walked off. I got away for probably about 2 weeks, and then they gave me a call. They gave me a call looking for me.
Who is they, the police?
Yeah. And then they was outside. Then they just they pulled up on me. They had my student ID in the car from like 10th grade and arrested me.
Oh, okay. And then, so you said your student ID from 10th grade. So did you were in high school? Were you in high school at the time?
I was finna drop out.
Okay, tell me about that. You say you're about to drop out. Why were you about to drop out of high school?
I was fresh out of juvenile hall. I was 18. I didn't have to go to school no more. I felt like it was, you know, I was getting my money. I didn't feel like I needed a job or anything like that. So there's no reason for me to get a high school diploma.
Okay, so when you say you were getting your money, how were you getting your money?
I was selling dope.
Okay, you were selling marijuana or more than marijuana?
No, I was selling hardcore drugs.
Okay, so about how much were you making per week?
Probably about $2,000 to $3,000.
So at 16, 17 years old, you were making $2,000 to $3,000 per week?
Yeah, easy.
So what were you doing with all of this money?
Spending it, splurging, buying clothes, weed, blunts, drink, cars.
Oh, you were buying cars?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you just go up and buy a car with cash?
Yeah.
Okay, so how far were you up in the hierarchy of the drug movement in Riverside?
I was just small time. I was just a young dude, but I had so many people that would give it to me. You know, I had my prices was like way lower than anybody else, so I can just work it through somebody else. If they want to get something large, I'll be able to, like, you know, put my little twist and keep mine, and then I'll do my thing.
Oh, okay. So this took away your incentive to go out and get a 9-to-5 job?
Yeah. I was making more than the average parent.
Okay. So then you were waiting to drop out. You dropped out at 18 years old?
Yeah.
Okay, so then they put the handcuffs on you. Now, what were you thinking when they put the handcuffs? You said, this is it?
Oh, it's over.
Right?
Never getting out.
So then did you regret at that time all the dirt that you had done?
Yeah.
But it was only at that point that you regretted all the dirt that you had done?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now you go to jail. You were in a holding cell. Where did you go to reception?
As far as the county jail?
Right.
I went to Riverside County Jail, Robert Presley.
Oh, you went to Robert Presley?
Yeah.
Okay, and then how long were you at Presley?
For about 2 days.
And then
I went to Southwest. I went to Marietta.
Right. And then you had your trial.
Yeah.
And okay, what was the trial? What was the verdict of the trial?
Oh, I didn't get life. I got lucky. I got 7/85.
So you got 7 years with 85%, and you were lucky that you did not get life because you expected to get life.
Yeah.
Okay. So
everybody else that was in there for the caliber cases, mine got 44 to life or better.
Okay. So then you went. Where was the first prison stop you went?
The reception, Delano.
Okay, Delano. So how did people perceive you when you walk in? You looking like you're 15 years old. I know, people were giving you flack for looking so young.
Oh, well, a lot of my homeboys, the older guys that was in there, knew me, and knew how I was on the street, so they embraced me, like a little brother kind of. What I'm saying? When I first came out, I was 18, and the same time they'll tell me like some real, I don't need to come back and whoa, because, it's messed up. When you see somebody like your son age,
Yeah. So it really was heartfelt. I mean, they looked at you as their son or their little brother.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And then you went from Delano. Where'd you go from Delano?
Centinela.
Okay, how long did you stay in Centinela?
I stayed in Centinela for about 4.5 years.
Okay, and then you went up to Chuckawalla.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it like in Chuckawalla?
Oh, man. Chuckawalla is crazy. It's more laid back because it's a level 2, but the rules that was on the level 3 wasn't there. You know, it was wide open.
Oh, wide open, so you could relax.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it?
Wasn't really no politics with the racial. You can on the level 3 on Centinela, it's like stricter.
Oh, okay. So then tell the people what prison life is like. You said, you're free right now. You're not being counted. You're not being told to walk in line. You don't have chow at a certain time.
Yes.
What was it like in prison?
Oh, man, it's stressful. It's stressful because you got different things going on. You got prison politics. You got to be in there with guys getting, you got to participate to survive in the violence. You got to participate. Then you seeing people get stabbed, people getting jumped 5 to 1, different little things that, it go to your mental, you know.
So who did you have to watch out for when you were in prison? You had to watch out for everyone or just certain people? Everybody.
Anybody. It can happen. You can like force something to happen.
Right. So you ever spend any time in the hole, administration segregation?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you go to the hole for?
A year ago.
Okay, what did you go to the hole for?
Mutual combat.
Oh, so you were fighting?
Yeah.
What inspired you to fight?
Oh, man, when you in there, respect is a lot. So as soon as somebody disrespects you, you got to draw the line or, the wolves will see it.
Okay, so then the wolves will see it?
Yeah.
Who are the wolves?
Huh? Everybody else that see, that they might have one. If they see weakness, they going to come and check it out.
Okay, and you lose your respect.
Yeah, and they probably rob you or something.
Okay, and then what about the racial segregation and the racial division? Is that palpable? Is that real?
Yeah, that's
inside?
Real.
Okay,
yeah, that's
tell
real.
us about it.
You got you got the blacks, whites, Mexicans. It's segregated. They got their own bars, their own TV area, own showers. Everything's segregated. You know what I'm saying? And everything is like respect. You really don't even really talk to no other races.
You don't?
Nah.
Okay, so then how did you cope? I mean, 6.5 years is a long time. How did you cope? Did you, some people say, Willie, that a person can become institutionalized. In other words, they just become a part of the prison environment, and it's who they are. They take on a prison identity. How were you? I mean, how did you survive for 6.5 years?
Man, I had to, I had to do what I had to do, as far as, people, when violence came, I had to perform, but at the same time, I knew I didn't want to come back to prison, so I had to stay focused through it all. In the eye of the storm, had to know what I wanted.
Right. So now let's focus on some of the positive changes you made while you're in prison. At what point did you give up this type of gangster thug mentality and say, look, you're going to go down a positive road? Because at some point in your tenure in prison, you made a pivot. You did all this dirt on the street. You come in, you got a certain mindset. But at some point you pivoted and you started to go in the right direction. When I met you, you were part of the IYO program, Incarcerated Youth Offenders Educational Program. So you were making changes. So when did you start to make your changes?
Oh, I started that when they told me that I wasn't ever going to get out. I started that in the county jail. They told me to give me 15 to life. I'm like, man, I got to do something not to ever come back. If I can make it out of this, I got to have some other strategies, some other